Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about planting trees for global warming. A lot of people say that planting trees can be a good solution to global warming. That's because global warming is caused by the increase of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide. Plants undergo photosynthesis, a process in which they take up carbon dioxide and convert it into oxygen. Therefore, trees have the potential to absorb carbon dioxide. But how many trees would we have to plant to absorb enough carbon dioxide from the air? Some scientists say that we need to plant more than 1 trillion trees to fix the global warming, while others say that we have to consider the fact that trees take many years to reach the point where they can absorb carbon dioxide enough to reduce it. And if we plant seeds now, it may be too late to stop the global warming. Planting trees is only an effective option when you stop producing carbon dioxide in the first place. But we are seeing that carbon dioxide production increases every year. The more carbon dioxide there is, the more trees we'll need to absorb it. But trees can't grow fast enough to catch up with our emissions. Even so, a lot of countries are still going forward with the massive tree plantation campaigns. Back in 2014, Imran Khan started the Billion Tree Tsunami in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Not only was he successful, but when Imran Khan became Prime Minister in 2018, he launched a 10 billion tree project which is currently underway, more commonly known as Plant for Pakistan campaign. The Billion Tree Tsunami is said to have restored 350,000 hectares of forest, which is a great news because Pakistan's forest covered area is among the lowest in all of Asia. Even if trees can't stop climate change, there are several other environmental benefits to look at. Trees improve our air quality, they reduce the effect of flooding, they're home to so much biodiversity. They can cool the air in the urban areas, they can improve mental and physical health, and they can prevent soil erosion. But usually the main motivation for reforestation project is to combat climate change. While it is important to think about how to remove carbon dioxide from our atmosphere, it's kind of more important to stop emitting carbon dioxide in the first place.
But Pakistan doesn't even produce much CO2. We can't stop using fossil fuels. It will be bad for our economy.
Yeah, well, let's learn about Pakistan's emissions. Pakistan is the 5th most populated country in the world. When you divide Pakistan's emission by its population, you get a very low number, 0.8 tons per capita. And in the list of countries by their per capita emission, this places us at a number 152. But if you look at Pakistan's emission in general, they are around 180 million tons per year. When you organize countries by their total emission, this places Pakistan at a number 31, which is a very different perspective to look at. And while you're here, you should also consider the fact that Pakistan is headed towards a 300% increase in emissions under the CPEC project. And the highlight of its fight against climate change is the 10 billion tree project. Okay, let's recap for a second. It is important to think about removing carbon dioxide from our atmosphere, but it is more important to stop emitting carbon dioxide in the first place. We cannot solve global warming by repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Economic development can happen sustainably. We do not have to contribute to climate change just to revive our economy. Pakistan's leadership has the right ideas, but we need more people working on climate change and offering more solutions to help government in its fight against the climate change. The fact is that Pakistan has been one of the most affected countries for several years now, and people who live in big cities will not be the ones who have to deal with the consequences of the climate change. Climate change affects people disproportionately. It affects the poor the most. It affects people who work in agriculture. It affects people who work in fisheries. It affects people who live near glaciers and rivers. It does not affect people sitting in the concrete buildings who have access to air conditioning, electricity, and water. If we want to be the leaders in the fight against climate change, we need to understand the gravity of the situation, and we need to learn how to take effective action.